I'm Yoko, and happy Pride Month! I meant for this video to come out sooner, but it, as well as everything else I had planned, got pushed back a week due to my tablet cord breaking. That being said, I'm going to be drawing 4 canonically trans anime characters in this video. I originally planned for more, but unfortunately I was behind schedule. But yeah, I hope you guys like the art. Format-wise, I'm going to be introducing the character and then the show, and then give you a quick idea of what the show is about, and then I'll get more into the character themselves. But with that said, let's hop in and just start with Naturi from Wandering Sun. I had to start with her because her being trans is a big plot point of the show instead of just being a side thing like in most shows. Also, side note, sorry if the recording for this drawing seems a little off. This was when my tablet cord was still working, but only barely, so every little thing I did, it was like glitching and I had to hold it the entire time, and it was a mess. But Wandering Sun is a show with trans themes and characters at the center of everything, along with general growing up and issues with friendships and plots like that. I also know that the manga goes more into detail about the before and after of the time frame of the anime, but unfortunately I have not read it or basically any other manga. I prefer to watch anime. Feel free to roast me. But this was a great show in my opinion. Throughout the show you really see a lot of struggles of gender identity and gender nonconformity in general. Naturi has moments where she realizes her voice will deepen when she gets to puberty, and she ends up recording her voice to kind of save it somehow, and that's really interesting. And the show actually brings up things like binders and stuff, and the kids have an adult in their lives who is a transgender woman that occasionally helps them with things. Overall, it's really cool to see a show like this, but because Naturi's overall experience in life is the plot, it's hard to get into too much detail without spoiling stuff in the show. I will explain a scene in the first episode where Naturi puts on her sister's outfit and a wig to dress up and be pretty, but she gets caught, resulting in a fight where she runs out upset, barefoot, and in just a shirt and the skirt, until she runs into their friend and they comfort her. And that scene makes you really just want to hug her. But yeah, that's Naturi. I recommend watching Wandering Sun if any of this seems to interest you. It's a very interesting watch and it's a shorter anime. I think it's like 11 or 12 episodes. Next up, we have Kite from Japan Sinks 2020. Oh boy, Japan Sinks 2020. This was a show that had some highs, but a lot of lows, I'll be honest. The main plot is a family as well as some old and new friends surviving after earthquakes kind of wrecked Japan. There's a cult section. I don't know why there was a cult section, but there was a cult section. And I'm going to say right now, there is death, a lot of death, no one is safe. And I've seen an analysis of the show that goes more into detail about the deeper themes before, but I won't get into that here because I'm not qualified to do that. And also, this section is about Kite, who people that have seen the show might not even know is trans. It's only revealed at the very end in the form of a flashback to when he's younger flying a kite, fitting with his name. He's also shown wearing a skirt before he takes it off to reveal shorts underneath. But yeah, Kite is a trans man, and he's the best character in the show. He's funny, he's the MVP, and every time he was on screen, I was happy. He's an Estonian YouTuber that tags along with the family and helps them through with stuff. He shows up the first time, I believe, warning them of poisonous gas. He also does things like get Koga to DJ, lighten the mood overall, doing dangerous things that I won't get into because plot, giving CPR to someone, and starting a morale-boosting sort of rap battle segment. I'm not kidding, there's a rap section in this where the characters rap about their feelings. Makes you remember the show is made by the creators of Devilman Crybaby. Side note, I wanted to draw Rio from that in this video too, but I ran out of time. But with that said, here's Kite. Overall, I'll be honest, I forgot most of this show beyond Kite being cool and the many deaths that occur, including a specific one that I shouldn't laugh at, but if you've seen the show, you know why I do, and you probably laugh too. It just comes out of nowhere and it's comedic for some reason. I still wanted to draw Kite, and I think he turned out pretty cool. I am a sucker for characters that have white hair. And next up is Osana Najimi from Komi Can't Communicate, which is the most popular show in this video, so you've probably heard of the show, but it's about a girl named Komi who has social anxiety who wants to make 100 friends. The characters are all very goofy and often have a name that sums up their trope with a pun or wordplay in Japanese. Osana Najimi, for example, straight up means childhood friend if I remember correctly, and Najimi's character is that they are everyone's childhood friend. And while their ambiguous gender is played more as a joke sometimes in the show, Najimi's gender is listed as unknown, and they use both female and male pronouns throughout the show. Najimi also wears a uniform that's a combination of both the male and female one for the school. Similar to another character that I didn't have time to draw for this video, Yuka from Blue Period. Really love that show, wish I had the time to get into it. They're seen changing in the gender-neutral area when they go to change into their swimwear, and overall, Najimi is just Najimi. I really like them as a character, but I also am a fan of gremlin energy people that get into shenanigans, so they're a blast to watch even if they go a little overboard sometimes. I also love seeing the various outfits they wear, like the before-mentioned swimwear and when they wore a maid outfit, and just whenever they're not in school and they have like casual clothing, I love seeing different outfits in shows. I had a lot of fun drawing Najimi, and I hope you guys like them. I know every time an anime gets mainstream, there's a lot of arguing over things and people saying it sucks. And I've seen a lot of people being transphobic with Najimi, and I don't like that. So let's be happy and fine here. I just thought that this was a cute, mostly silly watch, and I really enjoy Najimi as a character, and I love the casualness of him. I recommend watching if you're interested in seeing the show. I watched both seasons with my mom, and she enjoyed it too. And last up for this video is Venus from Heaven's design team. She's also known as Kanamori depending on if the name is translated, but I'll be calling her Venus in this video. I love Heaven's design team, but I feel like no one even watched it. If you've seen any of those God-creating animals joke posts that people make where an animal gets described in a funny way while being created by like God and an angel, that's basically the show. Just add in the fact that God is a client that doesn't know what they want half the time, make the cast of designers struggling to make the actual designs, add animal facts, add colorful personalities, and that's the show. It's very fun, and it even goes into why some mythical animals can't exist using logical facts and biology and stuff. And Venus is one of the designers who specializes in birds. She's also a trans girl, and it's never really brought up, and she's never treated any differently than any of the other girls, even being in the girl side of the hot springs. And I love that as time goes on, we keep getting more casual trans representation in shows where the characters can just exist. Venus also absolutely slays every outfit she's ever worn in the show, and I had to include most of them on the side of the drawing. Overall, I love the cast of the show, and there's a lot of non-traditional gender stuff in here. We have a female mechanic, a cutesy girl that loves gross and scary things, a big buff guy who's an absolute sweetheart, and a woman who can casually hold a giant bug that's like bigger than her head. I really love this show. I really love drawing Venus, and I've been wanting to make fan art for this show for a while. I really recommend checking out Heaven's design team if you like animals. It's a very fun show, and you might learn something. And more people need to see it, in my opinion. Also, the opening song makes me smile. I recommend looking it up if you're not gonna watch the show. Just check that out and see if that makes you smile. I bet it will. And with that said, that's all the drawings in this video. I didn't have time to draw everyone I wanted to, and some more well-known ones didn't even make an appearance, like both Tiger and Big Sis Mag from My Hero Academia, but I wanted to hop in with at least one Pride-themed video this year in time for June, and this video already got scrapped last year, so I'm happy to have finally gotten it done. If you know more trans characters and shows, let me know in the comments. I tried to include a few lesser-known ones in this video. And I hope you guys had a good Pride Month, and if you enjoyed the video and haven't already, I'd appreciate if you could like, subscribe, and check out my socials linked below. My commissions are open if you'd like to support me that way, and Art Fight starts soon as well, and if you participate in that, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week with Year 9 of Galaxy Clan. Sorry it got pushed back. Peace!